Hello, and welcome to Rocket Fuel, your daily update of everything that's happening in the Rocket Pool community. My name is Whack Attack. Today is January 10th, and Rocket Fuel is going through a rebrand. This is a soft launch of the rebrand. I'm giving you guys a sneak peek just to show you what's going on, but there's going to be a rebrand on YouTube, on the podcast, on thumbnails for videos, all that kind of stuff. So as you can see here, we've got a new logo and icon for Rocket Fuel. Also, this Launchpad episode, you can just about see it, has got a new thumbnail that the previous ones didn't. Like you can see the one with Sasano. So I'm going to go back and change those. Also, this video that you're watching right now is going to have the new thumbnail also, which is really exciting. I'm really excited about getting all this out. Also, when you watch this video, there's a little intro for Rocket Fuel, which is really exciting too. All of this amazing work was done by Sleety, who is an absolute genius and is doing really great work. I'm also starting a new Rocket Fuel dedicated YouTube channel. So on my own YouTube channel, I'll be posting some of my own ideas and opinions as well. Mostly, almost exclusively about Rocket Pool, but more of my own stuff like retweets and stuff. Whereas on the Rocket Fuel channel, it will have the new videos as they come out, and also I'm going to start posting clips of videos on there as well of specific things that I think people might find interesting to just watch within Twitter itself. So that's going to be a second account that I'm using on YouTube, and it's going to have a formal launch at some point in the next few days. So I'm really excited about it. So Sleety helped me with this, doing a full rebrand suite of things. Some of you might have noticed as well that I changed my profile picture on Discord to my own face instead of the benefactor, which is what it was before. Sorry, Val, I know you don't like that, but oops. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited about everything that that Rocket Fuel is going to be bringing in this coming year. I've got some really great things lined up, really cool things that are happening, and I'm really excited to share all of that with you all. So thank you for coming along on the ride. 2023 is going to be a huge year for Rocket Fuel, and I'm just so happy to be part of this extremely vibrant and engaging community full of absolutely brilliant people, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be part of this community, and I'm happy to keep giving back. So thanks everyone. Let's get started with updates from today's episode. So right now there's a community call going on. I started listening to the beginning of it, but now I'm recording Rocket Fuel, so sorry. Anyway, Maverick says, hey everyone, this is an update from overnight. It says the community call Twitter space will be live in a few hours time, so it's live right now. Mostly in the call they were talking about Denver, talking about volunteers, how the team might be bringing thousands of t-shirts potentially as swag, which is absolutely amazing to see. And it seems like all the booths are going to have some kind of giveaway, so make sure that you're coming to the sessions with a lot of space to carry freebies. Someone was talking about how last year they brought a whole separate suitcase just to take all their freebies home with them. So I'm going to be traveling without my laptop or any of that kind of stuff. I'll be traveling really light on the way going with like a foldable suitcase and, well, a foldable duffel bag, and then I'm going to bring that back full with me, hopefully. Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. But Maverick here says, and that's right, we've been getting organized behind the scenes for ETH Denver. A booth plan has been drawn up, volunteer roster is compiled, and much more. If you've completed the volunteer form and provided your contact details, please let me know ASAP if you'd like to remain fully anonymous. If you have your username appear on roster shared with other volunteers, we'll do what we can to ensure privacy should that be your wish. So I've already shared my information, and yeah, there's a couple of things here in the post that I'm going to talk about in the episode, so we can move on now. So this really great thing happened yesterday, just as I recorded the episode. So the official launch of the new stake.rocketpool.net frontend happened. For those of you who don't know, the team was going to integrate the 1inch frontend because they started using the deposit pool as a place to get that information. they were going to use the deposit pool to let you buy and burn ETH to get the best possible rates, whether that's on the secondary market or through the contracts. So what happened then was the 1-inch front end, the 1-inch back end, well, the 1-inch front end is geofenced. So the team decided to make their own front end from scratch. So it says here, staking ETH with Rocket Pool just got a whole lot easier. Our proprietary router now aggregates our ETH secondary markets to fulfill your transaction via the deposit queue and or decentralized exchange and deliver the best possible rate. Try it out at stake.rocketpool.net. So then the front, I'll show you that in a second as well. And then it says, in addition to the deposit queue, the router is connected to our ETH's secondary market liquidity on Balancer and Uniswap. Each transaction can be split across these three sources to give the best price. The prevailing premium discount is displayed and slippage is set to 1%. So let me just retweet that really quickly. Oh, oops. Yeah. So that's really, really exciting. People are really happy about this, about how it's a great feature. And let's have a look at what it looks like on the actual website. So prepare for the orange. I'm not quite as bad as Sasano where I was blinded by the orange, but yeah. So here on the front page, you have, you can link your wallet, and then it says, how many ETH you will receive. It gives you the exchange rate of, and it shows you the premium there as well. It tells you what the average return is per year, and then the transaction cost as well. So there's also a help center if you want to get information. But it's really exciting that this is happening now. So congrats to the team who worked really hard to get this done. Okay, let's move on. So there are a couple of interesting pieces of news that came out yesterday. One was this listing for a new centralized exchange. So it was Gate.io listed RPL for exchange, and also Fornax listed RPL as an exchange as well. So we got listings on 2 centralized exchanges overnight, which is really, really great to see. With the highest ranked coin, I think now that is not listed on Binance. I think that of course this is just my speculation, so it's not financial advice or anything like that, but I think the Binance listing will be happening within the next weeks. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because it makes sense for Binance to try to take some of the share of this LSD narrative hype that's taking place, and that is only going to ramp up over the next couple of months. It really just makes sense for them to list it, just like Gate.io and Bit4X are as well. And Kraken and Coinbase have already done it as well, and other small exchanges. But it's really great that we're getting listed on all these exchanges. It really does add to legitimacy to the Rocket Pool brand and to the RPL token as well. So that's fantastic. It's really, really great news. So good job. Oh, next we have this post from Ken. It says, just about posting here to make sure it gets attention. With the help of Noshua and Waldorf, I've added a post on the DAO forum, and then there's a link to the DAO forum regarding proposed protocol settings for Atlas release. I encourage everyone to read and recommend or critique the proposed actions and settings, and then ask me to get attention to it. So let's have a look at the post now. Let me just move my video so you can see it. Oops, I moved it too much. Okay, so it says proposed protocol setting for Atlas release, and it says the proposal aims to introduce the Rocket Pool community to some protocol settings that need to be established as part of the Atlas release. Below we present the concepts and some recommended values for discussion. These initial proposed values are based on discussion in the trading and research channels over the past week and reflect the initial consensus for Noshua, Waldorf and Ken. This post aims to initiate an official debate and formulate an RPIP to set these settings as part of the planned Atlas release. So then there's number 1 is a smaller collateral value A for the amount of ETH retained in the RETH contract. 2 is an increase to the maximum deposit pool size value, and it says we propose setting B to 18,000 ETH. For number 1 it's currently at 10%, but we propose setting it to 1%. For number 2, they propose setting the deposit pool size to 18,000 ETH at around 10% of current TVL. And then number 3 is the time C when to increase the deposit pool maximum as determined above, and then we propose that T minus 10 days before Shanghai/Capella, and then 4 is whether the profit from arbitraging the price difference when the deposit pool maximum is increased should be captured by the Rocket Pool team and given to our ETH holders. We recommend doing this. True. So this post has 8 hearts, but there's no responses. So if any of these are things that you are not happy about, then please pop into the DAO forum and have that discussion with Ken, and I'm sure Valdorf and Noshua will pop in there as well to argue points. But I think this is really good. I'm happy with it going to RPIP and for people to vote on it, and all of the changes kind of make sense to me. So good job, guys. Okay, let's get back to this. So I'll have to move things around again. Oops. Sorry. Okay, so one of these things that happened yesterday was, on Sunday was, Jasper's been getting a lot of love for the interview that we did, and he's been getting messages saying people saying things like, I like your podcast a lot, learning so much as well. Early days of Rocket Pool. I'm thinking to start my own mini pool now. So a lot of people are kind of reaching out to Jasper because of his Launchpad episode, which is really, really wonderful to see. And a sneaky ninja guy said, oh man, just finally was able to carve some time out to listen to Launchpad with Jasper and Wack Wack. An absolute treat. Thank you, Jasper and Wack Wack. I'm once again insufficiently bullish. Also, Jasper is so young and has already accomplished much more in life than I could ever dream of. And Jasper's fantastic. Like, he's such a great community member. I have so much respect for him and so much love for him. So it's great that he's getting such positive feedback for his Launchpad appearance. And then Jasper said, comment that made me smile for 800, please. And then the Maverick said there's so many cases of young people accomplishing so much, and Jasper says Thomas G intensifies. So then we got some more love for Jasper's post as well. Let me see if no, that's not right. Okay, my link broke, so sorry guys. But yeah, there's more love for Jasper as well. So let me just see if I can find it here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Lots of love for Jasper. I'll try to fix the link. Anyway, next we got an update from Joe, who says that he's back to work and he had a nice week off. So I'm really happy that Joe took some time off and was able to rest and recuperate. Joe said definitely want to do it again sometime, but for now I have to merge stuff and work on version 1.8. Spoiler alert, Lodestar and Nimbus split mode are getting the green light, which is really cool. And I'm totally doing this for the best benefit of network diversity, and not at all as a way to baseline the image I'm flashing for the Proteus. So it's really good that happened. And then we got some more updates from Joe over the last couple of days. Joe says, today I'm starting the Rocket Arb smart node add-on. So I joked saying just in time for the premium to be finished, because a lot of people are expecting that the premium will be will go away by the time Atlas launches, and it might be gone for a long time. But then of course there might be a different premium of the a discount basically that can be arbed as well. So it's really cool that Joe is working on that, and the premium is still there. It's about 1.1% at the moment, so there is still some ETH to be made by arbing the deposit pool, but it'll cover your gas and a little bit more on top, but not quite the amounts that people were making a few weeks ago. So that's really great. Next we had this from Joe as well. He says, I might not be able to release version 1.8 this week. Lodestar is segfaulting me. Okay. And then so then that's a little update as well about when we're getting version 1.8. And then finally Joe says 7 down, 100 to go, and there's a picture of Proteuses that are ready to ship. So it's really exciting. I think Joe is going to bring a bunch of them with him to Denver, to either sell at Denver, I'm not sure, or to definitely to use in demos for Fornax's hackathon. So hackathon session, which is really awesome. Like, good job. Or is it build week session? Yeah, sorry. Blue AVM said the screenshot that I didn't see anyone else share or even talk about. So it said the total value locked of the whole of the Rocket Pool ecosystem is now 505,000 ETH. So this value is derived from all the ETH that is staked on Rocket Pool, and also all the RPL tokens that are using collateral with that. So right now the total value locked is 505 ETH, although since the ratio has gone up since the time Blue AVM wrote this, it's probably a little bit higher than that now, maybe 515 or 520,000, which is absolutely fantastic, like really, really wonderful to see. And, you know, these little milestones, we should celebrate them all the time. I think in the next few months, you know, we should be able to get to 1 million ETH if we can drive some RETH demand. It's going to be really exciting to see that. So I hope that comes soon. Okay, next we have this comment by Fornax. So he says, hey Maverick, I added a 1k USD on my Build Week workshop grant proposal to act as a bounty for the best hackathon project related to Rocket Pool. It would be awesome if the team matches that. $2,000 prize would certainly get a few hackathon builders thinking about solutions for Rocket Pool, and it's also cheap marketing as the organizers usually emphasize the event prizes. So this is really cool that Fornax is doing this. You know, he wrote a grant. It says here, I didn't read the grant yet, sorry Fornax. And he's asking for the team to contribute to that grant. So there can be a bounty for hack week projects for Rocket Pool. So this is great that Fornax is organizing all this stuff. I'm really happy about that. So keep up the good work, Fornax. I think Build Week is the week before the conference proper. And there's a lot of people like doing hackathon projects and like all sorts of different kinds of hackathon projects. So getting people to work on Rocket Pool related stuff is going to be really, really wonderful. And I think that those people might even be able to apply for retroactive grants. So that's something we should definitely make people aware of when they're doing those hackathon projects, is if something worthwhile comes out of that, then they can apply. Not only can they win prizes on the day itself, but they can, or during the hackathon itself, but they can actually apply for retroactive grants and maybe get a little bit more if the project is really valuable. So good job for that, Fornax. Thank you. The next thing that happened is this thing that kind of, I didn't really see many people talking about it, is Shanghai testnet in February. So there was all core devs call last week, the Ethereum all core devs call, and in that news was that a Shanghai testnet would happen in February. So that means pretty much that we might be getting Shanghai around 6 weeks to 8 weeks after that. You know, because the testnet will run for a few weeks, there'll be shadow testnets and all that good stuff, and then we will launch, right? So it's going to be really exciting to see how that goes. And I think we'll time Atlas in a way that we'll get it out before Shanghai, which is really exciting. But this Shanghai update coming in February means, you know, the testnet, and that means the update itself will come maybe at the end of March, beginning of April. And I think that will be the point where things will get really, really good very quickly. So I'm very excited to see that. Okay, so yesterday there was a bit of issue with CoinGecko, and what happened is they changed the way they calculate the RPL market cap, because they removed staked tokens out of the circulating supply. So the thing with so the community was kind of upset about that, because we went from like number 74 or 73 in the rankings down to 111 at one point, or like down to 103 or 104 to begin with, and then down to 111. So Valdorf said, you know, he filled out a request for support on CoinGecko, and here are the talking points. You know, it was updated to subtract the whole vault, and that's erroneous, and blah blah blah. Like also ETH staked is currently locked, but it's also considered part of the circulating supply. So fix up basically, which was the sentiment that a lot of people were talking about. Like quite a few community members were kind of picking this up. So people like Bossy and Maverick especially were talking with people from CoinGecko, and they were able to get that fixed, which is really wonderful. So you know, the total supply, circulating supplies, you can see here from Maverick's post, went back up to 19,042,000, which is good. And then the rankings, as you can see here, you know, Trevor N.ETH shared this. It was 111, but then got wedged between 78 and 79. So the position had changed, but it didn't update the ranking properly. And then, as you can see, the market cap updated as well. So, you know, that's there's a big pump that was happening towards the right of the screen, and then the market cap adjustment happened, which crashed it all the way down, and then there was a huge increase again once it got fixed. So I'm glad that was getting fixed. So yeah, then it went up to number 79. I think now it's back down to like back to like 77 or something like that, or 76. So that's really great that, you know, people work together in the community and Maverick to get that fixed. Okay, next we had like some nice news from a couple of community members. I really wanted to share this with you all. So we had Dr. Shaky Hands, who said, jumped the gun today, been a lurker here for a couple of years, but haven't been very active. This is the way I'll begin contributing. And then there's a picture of a NUC with some hard drives and 2 terabytes basically, and everybody's like, you know, beautiful, this is the same hardware I have. And Dr. Shaky Hands was saying, very nervous and not too familiar with terminal, but I'm going to be patient and practice over the next couple of months. And Kane says, welcome to the party. And Shifrin said, you know, support is amazing and everyone here is super helpful. And Nick Sorish said, I wasn't very familiar with terminal either when I got into staking. So a lot of people were really encouraging about Dr. Shaky Hands staking on Rocket Pool. So welcome, Dr. Shaky Hands. And we also had another user, Dr. Degenerate said, I just got my staking NUC and gear, excited to move to self-staking. So I think Dr. Degenerate's on all nodes or something like that, but also going staking themselves. So I'm really happy about this. It's really great. That's why I want to give these people a nice shout out, because we want people to be using their nodes at home on their own hardware, you know, whether you're using a NUC or a Raspberry Pi, a Proteus, whatever hardware you want to use, old gaming laptop, old gaming PC, something like that, whatever works for you. Get the stuff set up and stake yourself. It's absolutely wonderful. It's really rewarding, and it's really helpful for the community as well. So congrats to those guys. Okay, so next we're going to be talking about some of the work that people in the community have done over the last week or a few weeks, because I haven't really talked about this recently. So first of all, I wanted to give a shout out to TrevorN.eth, whose work was adding timestamps to my video with Jasper. So thank you so much for that. And then you can see the new thumbnail here as part of the marketing as well. So that was really great. Next we had Jasper himself, who said that his DMs have been battered by funds, protocols, users and more, and big money likes the LSD, protocols like the LSD, people like the LSD. So Jasper's here talking about how people are reaching out to him in response to his paper, and how he's getting really good feedback and is supporting people from you know, after his tweet threads as well about his paper. So good job, Jasper. Thanks for taking the time to respond to all those messages. We had Vale as well, who's making the stickers for POAP stickers that people in the community will hopefully be able to buy, or they'll be distributed somehow. And this was an example of one that he stuck up. It's the Big D POAP. So good job for that, Vale. We also had... I'm sorry about this. Yeah, we also had Noshua, who says, recently I spent a bit of time reviewing Atlas smart contracts. I found some small fixes and improvements. Shout out to A35U, and they also found a thing. I've been talking with Ken and Val about some protocol settings that we should change for Atlas. Ken has put a post up on the forum, which I talked about already. Lastly, I've been working towards ODAO improvements. We want to get a better idea of how members are performing their duties. Shout out to ODAO members Fizz, Yorick and Butter for engaging in the conversation, and shout out to Popash, Pteris, Patches and Val for coming up with ideas. I'm probably forgetting someone, but sorry. So thank you, Noshua, for this great post, telling us everything that you're doing, but also doing a really cool thing and shouting out other members of the community who've been doing work as well. So awesome. I'm really happy with that. And next we have Fornax, who says, I'm working on setting up a public dashboard to track ODAO participation, setting up a Grafana cloud account and remote writer to push ODAO related data to the cloud service, and now I'm working with their support to enable making that dashboard public without requiring a login. It's still an alpha feature, not sure if they're going to allow me to do it on a free account. An alternative would be to make a self-hosted Grafana dashboard public, but I'm trying to avoid it, especially hosting from my own node. So thank you for that, Fornax. That's really good. Can't wait to hear about updates for that. Ken, kind of mirroring what Noshua said and the post that I read earlier, he says, I did some brainstorm work with Val and Noshua to identify what protocol parameters we would want to consider changing with the Atlas launch, and we debated what we should do as initial strawman numbers to have the community react. If you could draw attention to them, that would be good, which I did today. There's not a clear answer to some of the settings, glass half full, glass half empty logic, so it would be good if the community could engage with their opinions. And next we had Vaka, who says, I shit posted and probably fixed the centralized exchange price bug. And Adam Horowitz says, this past week I've been doing a lot of lurking here as a fun break while working on other projects here for the culture. So thank you for Adam for lurking. But this section, like normally, is for people who are doing work. So Adam, next time if you want to be featured, like it's time for you to do some work. And for everyone else as well, do some work. I ask for 1 hour a week. 1 hour a week will get you a shout out on Rocket Fuel, and it's just a small way of us to show you some appreciation for the work you're doing. So thanks Adam for lurking. Get working. And next we have what do we have? Oh, we have this really happy news to finish the episode on, which is about Munchkiner, who says, hey guys, after living together for 1 year, getting a puppy 2 months ago, and crucially starting a validator together, I proposed to my girlfriend and she said yes. You may know her as the winner of the first Rocket Pool chess tournament, and I know her as the person who beat me at chess. so that's lovely. And he gives a little bit more information about their engagement. He says, so I decided to go for it a few weeks ago, and then was super stressed picking the ring and preparing while keeping her in the dark. Finally, the ring arrived on Friday. I proposed to go to a really nice park she never went to on Saturday. I decided to propose in a nice isolated clearing. I pretty much did it as soon as it was feasible, as I couldn't keep the secret excitement any longer. And I presume she said yes right away, which is why they're engaged now. So I was really happy to see that. After that, we had Shifrin, who made a POAP. Munchkiner gets engaged, Rocket Pool, and then says she said yes. And there's the date as well of January 9th, and says, did everyone congratulate Munchkiner on his proposal? I want to see some celebration and ring emojis. So then he got a whole load of emojis, 52 celebration emojis, and 41 ring emojis. So then he was distributing POAPs for that, which was really wonderful that that happened. So thank you, Shifrin, for putting together a POAP to celebrate such a lovely moment in the community. And on that happy note, I'm going to end today's episode. And for this episode, you'll see the new thumbnail as well. So I'm really excited about that. And once again, I just want to thank Sleety for all the amazing work that he's done so far. There are a few other small things coming as well. So I'm really excited to share it all with you. Anyway, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.